Hi, good evening. This is Ajit, and today I'm going to demonstrate you how to set up SUSE proxy under in SUSE Manager. So SUSE proxy or SUSE Manager proxy basically, it's a like a add-on. It's an extension of the SUSE Manager, right? And for this proxy you have to have additional subscription. So that means one subscription for SUSE Manager, and the second one is for this proxy, SUSE Manager proxy. So the purpose of this SUSE Manager proxy is to cache the content from the SUSE Manager to this server, right? And it uses a squid proxy server, which cache the RPM into the local machine. And why do we use proxy? The reason is, let's say we have an office on the location A, and if your machines are currently available in the same place, meaning is the server and the clients are in the same place, then there's no need to go for proxy. But let's say we have a remote office, meaning is there is one branch which is on location 2, of course B. Then in that case you have a choice. So here we can go for proxy. So proxy is going to cache the information uh, down from SUSE Manager and then push back to the client, right? So if your machines, client and server machines, are in the local place, same place, and then you can go for SUSE Manager. Maybe if you have some remote location, then you need to go for proxy, right? And the network, of course, would be either public or private based on the client, right? If they are on the wide area network, definitely there will be an internet connection or something. So that is all about proxy, right? And this SUSE Manager proxy is registered as a traditional client with SUSE Manager. And if I say in the one sentence, the purpose of SUSE Manager proxy is to to improve, or you may say that the purpose of it is to improve the overall SUSE Manager performance by reducing the bandwidth requirement, etc. Right. So yes, let's see how we do that. So here you can see I have one machine which is SUSE Manager, which is already there. You can see this graphical box. I have a second machine which is Build Manager. This is nothing but a client machine that I have shown you in the second video. Uh, so this machine is already registered. You can see build.susemanager.com. Now this is a time to add a proxy, configure a proxy, right? So my branch manager will be configured as a proxy machine. You might be thinking why I have chosen this name build and branch. So the reason can be we have one retail concept, meaning is uh, in the case of retail, SUSE Manager for retail, we have a different component. So for that purpose I have put this name. So there is no special meaning down here, right? But yes, I know how I will use this machine in future practical. So that's why I have set up this build and branch, so that it will be easy for me not to change the machine name for future practical. That's why I chosen this build and branch. There's no special meaning down here, right? Because SUSE also provide a one more subscription, which is called SUSE Manager for Retail, for kiosk machines, for POS machines, point of service machines, etc. Right, and we will also discuss this maybe in the later part of this video. Right. Yeah. So let's log in here. So maximize it, and this is my branch one. Let's come back here on the server machine. So here you can see some journal information. Currently I'm let's log out from here, and I'm logging with admin now. So yes, my top level organization is software solution. I'm logging with the admin user, and this is a notification bar. Here we have a home section. We have a system section where you can see the number of system which are a part of this under in this all option, right? I'm expecting that machine down here, the machine which is already a part of it, and I cannot see here because this machine is not joined under in admin but Ajit, the build one, the client one, right? You can see here. Yeah, right here, right? So yes, as in a SUSE Manager, currently I have a two organization. One is the top level, another one is of course the secondary one. So system section basically help you to manage your system. You can see the number of physical virtual machine, etc. If you have some proxy, yeah, that is what our topic is. Proxy, etc. We have a system group option here. We have some bootstrapping options, some visualization, etc. Where you can see the graph kind of thing. Uh, then we have a salt section, so you can your SUSE manager work as a salt master, where you can accept a key, reject a key, etc. You can fire up a command over the network. You can build an image for your chaos machine. That is what I was saying for retail or something. So yeah, you can build the image. You can create a profile, etc. We have a software section, so here you can see under in channel section you can see the channel, different type of channel, your SUSE channel, custom, clone, retire, etc. So total number of channel, yes, we have currently only three. And if you want to see the total, I mean the SUSE channel, yes, again this is the same one. So we have a different type of channel based on their use case, something. If you want to create some clone channel or some new channel, then you have to click here, then go to the overview on right hand side. You can see this create and clone channel, right? You can manage some repositories. So for custom channel, you may need to, definitely you need to create a repository either graphically or from the command line. uh, then we have an audit option here, so you can check, you can run this CVE audit, right? Common vulnerability, EEE for exposure, yeah. So you can see the number of utilized uh, the keys, basically number of subscription that has been utilized with the help of this option, subscription matching. Subscription matching basically going to check the local database and comparing from the database coming from SCC, right? So it compare it and give you a view that how many subscriptions are not being used, or maybe it's a full graph of your subscription, right? How many subscriptions are free or not free, like that. We have a configuration section here, we have a schedule section here. If any job that get fail or pass something, you can see. You have a user section where you can create a user. So in my machine, total number of users are just one currently, and he has like both this role, the organization one and the SUSE manager one. So the first user of the SUSE manager machine, when I was configuring, has these two access. Organization meaning is he has full privilege of a certain organization. SUSE manager admin means he has all access of all organization. So it's more like root kind of thing, or a person who has all access of the whole SUSE manager, right? He can go to someone in any organization, take some decision, etc., like that. Then we have admin option. Here you can decide, or you can see the total number of product that you have subscribed. You can set up some http proxy basically. Sometime in some secure network, or maybe in some organization, their protocol, I mean the SUSE manager does not sometimes allow to connect to the SCC just because of some security reason, right? So what you can do in that case, you can set up your SUSE manager somewhere in the secure place, right? And then you have to create one more proxy things. It's not a SUSE manager proxy, it's a http proxy. So http proxy will forward your request to the SCC. So that's a thing. It's more like a middleman between you and you means SUSE manager and SCC, right? So if you have a DMZ thing kind of thing, so you can put this proxy down there. So yes, under here we have a three options. So first is ST proxy. You can write the IP address through which your request will relay to SCC. This one is organization credentials that I already discussed that in your SCC account can be a part of many different organizations. So and each organization has a unique password thing kind of thing, right? Mirror password. So if I click here, I can see my user account with the password here, which I'm not going to click it here. Down here under in SUSE product, you can see the list of product that you have subscribed it. So I have subscribed so many, you can see there are a list of products there. I'm going to subscribe something, so click on next. And yes, I have subscribed these three, SP2, 3 and 4. And if I go in SP4, I can see something which is not checked. So I need to have this one, SUSE Manager Proxy. I can choose one of these, there is no issue. Why I'm choosing this SUSE Manager Proxy 3.2 particularly, because I decided to create a one more or some more videos on SUSE Manager for retail. And SUSE Manager Proxy basically support Kiwi imaging, right? So if you have some plan to set up SUSE Manager for retail, then you have to have choose this particular version of proxy. So that's the thing. And if you want to detail it, how many child channels are there inside, you can simply click it. You can see some mandatory channel, optional channel. So on the right hand side, you can see this product is added. Just clicked it. Yes, this product is added. Now you have to click on refresh option so that these channel get synced from SCC, right? So yes, I'm doing this. So channel, yeah, families, product, repository, and subscription. So whenever you create or click on this option, their channel and of course channel get created. So when you select this product, that their respective channel get created inside your SUSE manager. Here you can see the list of organization that you have. So we have a two organization. One is the top one, software solution. The another one is SUSE. And inside here we have one machine. I have joined one. There are two users belong to them, and there is no trust created between these two organizations. So trust is something which build a relationship between the organization. So if in case you want to share the resource between the organization, then of course you can create a trust. So with the help of trust, you can share channel, you can share some machines of course. We have a user section, so you can see the total number of user here. Here we have a manager configuration. So to create a boot up script, basically you have to go to this option. So bootstrap script, if you want to create, then you have to click here. So bootstrap script will help you to join the client machine. It's a kind of plain text file which contain your activation key, which contain your the name of your SUSE manager. There are a lot of settings there. We'll discuss this when we reach to this point. We have a cobbler which is for provisioning. So yeah, this is what the basic information about the SUSE manager. Now it is a time to let's check this my channel whether they are synced or not. Synced. Then I have to click admin, then setup, then click on here, go to the second page and click on yes, it is almost done 100%. SUSE Manager 3.2, everything good. And if I checked it here, yeah, all good. So okay, so I have synced it. Now close it. So currently we have our SUSE Manager configured properly. It is a time to configure a proxy. Proxy is the relay, as I said, to cache your RPM down there. So let's check the what the prerequisite first, right? So for this branch machine is will be actually a proxy machine, right? So yes, working fine, and there is no need for build, but let's check it. All good. If I check this SSH connection, so yeah, great. And how about branch? Yeah, working. So so basic prerequisite is already done. The key is shared, the NTP is configured, IP address is good, DNS is there, which is of course the part of the SUSE manager, which I'm not going to discuss here. Let's write some fundamental steps that we need to follow it for this SUSE manager. The steps basically. Sorry, SUSE manager proxy, right? SUSE manager proxy. So first and foremost, you have to create a system group. For that, system group has to be there. You have to create the activation key. What else? Bootstrap script for the proxy, and then you have to register proxy as a traditional client. So we'll do that. We'll see how many other steps are remaining. Currently I remember 4. There are 2 more steps. We'll do that when the stage come. So let's start from here, and I'm going to log in with my Ajit account, which is a part of the second organization. So I am not interested to work with top level. There is no technical reason. It is just my choice. So yes, I'm going to create a login with my the first user, Ajit one, and now going to create a software group, sorry, system group. Yes, clicked it. So you can put any name here. I'm going to choose just proxy. You can write anything here, like for example group to manage SUSE manager proxy system. So I have a group. So group is something, it's a collection of the machine, right? So you can easily segregate the machines on the basis of the group. You can easily recognize the machine sometime on the basis of the vendor, on the basis of their version, on the basis of some hardware profile, etc., etc., right? So yes, that is one. Second is, as I said, that we have to create a activation key. So here you can see in the inside this there is no system in this, of course it's a fresh one, no target systems. If I want, I can join it. You can see add system, and I don't want to join this build one inside this proxy. For patches, no. For administrator, currently I have a two users here inside this organization, and both have access of this group. State and formulas I'm not going to discuss right now, right? So yes, our group is ready. It is a time to create what the activation key. So activation key is more like a registration token or token which help the client to register themselves inside this. I have one key which is for my the client, which I have already used it actually. You can see one out of unlimited, right? So there is one machine joined here. So click on create option, and here you have to write or decide the description for this key. So let's say it is for proxy key, the name of key which is proxy hyphen key. Remember it is 2 hyphen proxy hyphen key, right? So the full key address is 2 hyphen proxy hyphen key. The use that is purely up to you. Now I miss one point here. Even I can use this code directly. There is no issue. Okay, the base channel is this one. My branch machine having SP4 there. So let check it. Branch meaning is proxy one. branch. So to check the version, yes, it is. That's great. That's great. That was my. I was a bit confused like about the version. So I'm now clear that it's SP4 pool. And here you have to select the child channel that you need, right? These are the mandatory one, first three. Any add-on, some contact? No, nothing. Click on create activation. So yeah, that thing is done. Now the next thing is here you can see there is a section called package. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. Yes, I'm back. So yes, uh, we have done this detail section, I believe. Yes, it is checked. Click on package. So here we have to, you can write any custom package or any package that you wanted to install into your target machine. Uh, However, we already have a lot of packages inside the channel, but let's say I have to install any package which is not a part of that certain channel, then you can write it. And there's a condition here, you have to write the name of package in each line, meaning is I cannot write the package like this way, space or comma. So first package, then the second line, third line, like that. So yes, here I'm going to write some name of packages. The reason is because see, you know that SUSE Manager proxy is configured as a traditional client, not with the help of Salt. So we need something here to push the request, forward the command, etc., etc. So that is why I'm going to install some package here. So first one is rhncfg, second one is rhncfg hyphen action, yeah. The next one is rhncfg hyphen client. Then we have osad. So these packages, additional packages I'm going to install here. OSAD is basically used to pushing the job, whereas RHN CFG packages are used to run some command remotely. So these kind of these packages basically help the proxy to join the master manager, SUSE manager. Right. So yeah, that's the thing. Then we have to click on configuration. I'm not going to configure anything here. The name of group if you want to join. If you remember, we have created a one system group. So let's check this up. Join. Mm, you have to click on this proxy and click on it's a key and then proxy. Okay, so meaning is that when a client meaning proxy machine, so when client use this key will automatically receive these packages, will automatically become a part. Did I click that update activation key? No, I have to. That's a small error, I mean small things that I missed. That I need to write it, and then RHN, CFG, then you have RHN, CFG hyphen action, you have RHN, CFG hyphen client, you have OSED. Then do not forget to click here, update activation key. Yeah, it is updated. Configuration no for group. Yes, I already joined this one. You can see leave this, meaning is it's already joined. And activated system, so there is no system yet activated inside this key. It's a fresh key. Now the third step is I've written these steps somewhere in some. Yeah, so next is bootstrap script for the proxy. So bootstrap script will help the client to pass the parameter to join the master. So it's a kind of, simply you can think it like it's a script which help the client to connect to or join to um, the server, right? So click on, for bootstrap script you cannot find under in Ajit account, Ajit user, which is a part of SUSE, because Ajit has access of this organization only. So if you have access, or if you are a part of SUSE Manager admin role, then only you can find the admin option here. And inside the admin option, you have that bootstrap script there. So log out from here, go with login, and click it sign. And here you can see under in admin, you can see manager configuration. Here you have bootstrap script. So let's open one terminal to show you something interesting. SRV, then you have st, yes, and here you have pub folder, and then you have a bootstrap. So because I generated this file earlier uh, in my, while joining my client machine, so I'm going to remove it. I don't need this file anymore. So removing it, right? So you can see here currently I have these some files, right? So okay, so go for here and then select bootstrap and set up some settings if you want. Like you see, bootstrap using salt. As I said, that proxy machine does not require to have a salt there, right? So I need to uncheck it. You might be thinking that if I use this, if I have to use this script for proxy, so why this option is not available? So this is a generic script file. You can modify it based on the different organization setting. I will show you this. So yes, update, that is one setting you have to do. General, no, this is a place where everything will get stored. Organization, not restart. I'm not going to restart manager, cobbler, no, nothing. So it is a time now to create or to run or to click on bootstrap. So once I click a bootstrap, you can see this file get created, will created inside this location right here. because I clicked somewhere in the update option. I remember I modify. Oh, it's checked. Let me remove this. Yes, it is not there. Yes, uncheck this option and click on update. So the file is created now. Yeah, this one, right? So it is a time to either you can copy this file with some meaningful name so that you can easily identify it. So I have one file, bootstrap file for sp3. Now I want to create a one file for proxy. So you can change the name or maybe copy this file by sli12 hyphen sp4 service pack 4. You can write something proxy. So just the name to identify the file, proxy, proxy sli, and then go inside this and activation. So here you can find a place activation key. So now I have to log out from here and write the activation key here. So activation key is inside my system. Then you have activation key here. Clicked. Yeah, this one is proxy one. So activation key basically contain the organization name, it contain the channel name, it contain the package, it contain the system code. So everything is almost there inside the system key. So I can simply copy and paste it. Yes. Anything else? Yes. Allow full update machine if you have a patches. So yes. And then we have to, there is one more section to set up at somewhere at 74. I have to disable this option. So yes, my bootstrap file is ready to be used. This file is configured properly. Next step is register a proxy as a traditional client. So okay, so file is ready. I will use this file later on to join the proxy machine under here. Now it is a time to install a proxy software down inside my proxy machine. I have to install some software, and software is not available currently in the proxy machine. And if you remember that I have sync my proxy packages on my manager machine, right? So on the manager side, there is one folder which I'm going to forget the location, but I can use this find command to check the location. So all those channels and repositories are inside this location. I will tell you where. That one, where spacewalk packages and null. Inside here you have everything, all those things that you have sync with SCC. So I ultimately need some proxies RPM packages to install, which is physically available here. And so what I can do in that case, I would like to share this whole folder, but before that I have to create repository. So packages, yes, all this folder contain a package RPMs inside. So I'm going to run one command -v, but before that let's write this location on the SUSE Manager. That will be easier for you people to okay, because I need a package, and package is there on the server side. So why not I create a repository there, and I can fetch those package all through repository. So on the SUSE master, right, I went into this location, right, and running a command create create repo hyphen v, then that, and then later we'll share these whole repository by exports command, by by NFS server, using this file exports file, and then we'll share this whole repository for everyone, sync, right. So even this is not a good idea to share the whole thing, right. You must know the name of package, those 10 to 20 packages, right. And I'm using this 3.2 version just now, right. We'll definitely check those 20 packages and we'll share those only. Okay. And then you have to start a service also, systemctl start nfs hyphen server and enable also, right. So let's do that. uh, it will take some time because here we have yes. So I'm going to pause it because it will almost take I believe 4 to 5 minutes to complete it. So let pause it for a while. So here we have our repository process is done. Now it is a time to share this location, the repo location, through NFS server. Everybody star yes, and systemctl start nfs hyphen server and enable it. What actually we are doing, we have to install proxy packages, SUSE Manager proxy packages, and I'm going to serve this through the through on offline process, right. I have downloaded my packages down on the server side. I'm going to copy this, not really copy but sharing through the NFS server, so that the client machine can access this repo and download the package, right. So yes, it is done and enable on the other side. From the other machine, which is a branch one, I have to run the command called somount hyphen e, and then the name of my server, which is SUSE mgr, or what is the name of server? SMGR. It is SMGR. So you can see, yes, it is globally shared for everyone, and this directory hold the repository. So now it is a time to create a repository here. So we can run the command zipper space ar for add repository, accessing through the NFS utility. Okay, then the server name is smgr.susemgr.com. That is the name of my server. And then you have to write the whole location that you want to access. In the last, write the alias. Yes, but before that I would like to show you something. So firstly, I'm going to write like this, just the alias. I'm not going to run this command, putting hash here, just out and log in back with the X option, right. And going to run the yas2 here under in software channel. So why this 2 time? Same thing, just cancel the one. I need to cancel this. Go to the pattern option, and here you can see there is no call option called SUSE Manager Proxy. It's not there, right? All right. So just cancel it. Go back to the same place and running the same command here now. You can see the total number of repo you have now. LR list repository. Currently I have one repository. I'm going to add one more. It is added now. You can see it is now added. You can refresh it also. It's not signed. Yes, okay. So I have shared this and on the proxy machine. In the second machine you have to run this command to add the repository. You have to refresh it also, right? Yeah, all done. Let's rerun the command again. Yes to software management. Let me see. Yeah, it is running, recording. Okay, then select the pattern. You can see the option here, SUSE Manager Proxy, which is now visible, and then click on accept and install it. So that is a one way key. You can share directory through NFS server, or you can copy those relevant package, put somewhere in the central location, share those packages only, right? That can be the other way. Or you may copy this 20 plus packages in a pen drive, put it here, install this package. That is perfectly up to you how you want to perform it. So we are installing these packages. After that, we will configure this proxy. So that is one. Second is this one. Third is run yas2, and then go to the software and install proxy. So that thing is done. Now the next step is to register proxy as a traditional client. So you remember that we have created one script file, bootstrap file on the server machine. So now it is a time to use that file. So on the master machine, right? That is here. Yeah. And the location of that thing is srv www st pub bootstrap. So you have to go to this location and execute that bootstrap file. So on the master machine you have to go to this location, that is one, and here you can find a file called proxy, right? So cat proxy pipe sh root, the machine name against which you want to run. So it is branch.susemgr.com, and then bin bash. Bin bash. You have to run this now. So I'm writing this step by step, so if you follow this, definitely will help you out. So you have to run this command to yeah, enter. That is a critical point. If you did something wrong anywhere, somewhere in the way we followed, the registration process will not done, right? So that's critical one. If it goes good, then the next step, uh, the process will be this, will install 500 plus packages for that. Yeah, cool, it's working great. So yeah, working. So there are 500 plus packages which are being installed. Yeah, 508. So let's wait for a while until this thing done. So it is almost done successfully. Yes. Yes, running this. If you wish to check this, you can run this. So it is Bootstrap is completed now. We have to reboot this machine, the branch one. Right. So the next is on the proxy machine. You have to reboot it.
It is up quite faster. Branch. Yeah, great. It is rebooted. Okay. So now the next step is you have to copy the certificate between SUSE Manager to Proxy, right? So here you can see in the server machine in the SUSE Manager there are some certificates under here SSL build. So you have to create this directory on the master on the proxy machine first. So mkdir and then yes. So let's create this sh space branch and then yes. Oh, and copy these three files: the private one, trusted one, and this one. Yeah, rhnca opensl.conf. So I'm going to copy this file from the server, which is in my case smgr colon root and then ssl hyphen build. Then you have a file, and you need to copy here inside ssl build. Enter. Yes, done. That is the one command. Second is so SUSE Manager will communicate to proxy machine through this certificate to identify this. So that one is the second one, and the last one is this one. See, enter. Yes, it is done. I can write it in the history in this file. And then Control Shift V, then that is the one. This one, and this one. So we have to copy this certificate from the manager to proxy machine. Now the next step is the last step is we have to run the command called on the branch machine configure. That is a final step. Configure tab. Yes, configure proxy proxy.sh. Right. That is the final step now. So enter. And before that, I would like to show you something here. I'm in a G SUSE. Yes, the total machines that I have. You can see the proxy. The name of machine is not really correct, so I can correct it. Click here. It is a branch, not proxy. branch. Branch. Yes. So yes, the machine is discovered. You can see successfully. Right. Here I have this build dot and the branch one, which is successfully discovered. But if you look inside here, inside the proxy, yes, it is not. Right. Right. So your SUSE Manager parent is this. My parent SUSE Manager is this machine. Then STT proxy. I'm not using any STT proxy, so just click it, enter. The version of this activation, the proxy version is 3.2. Track back email. This is for reporting. If you have some error, you can report it. I'm going to pause. Let's finish it, because there's some noise in the background. Anyways, admin at SUSEMGR.com, enter. Using SSL, yes. Would you like to use this certificate? Of course not. I have my another one. You can see. Would you like to import the existing one? Definitely not. I have my own certificate. So press no. Enter. Let me. Okay. Your organization. So you have to write the name of organization. So software solution. Let me pause for a while because there's some noise in the background. I think little better now. So organization name is software solution. If you remember my, yes. So my top level organization is this one. Organization unit is education. Common name. You can leave it here. Common name. Uh, enter. City, it's Delhi. State is Delhi. DELHI. India country code. Email address is okay. There is no canonical name, so yeah. And here you have to write the same password that you have used while configuring SUSE Manager. So if the password is different, then of course you won't able to configure this proxy. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, that is my password here. Installing the SSL certificate. So it's saying that do you want to use the existing SH key for proxying SH push salt? So that's fairly up to you. I'm not going to use the existing one, and even I don't have a key in my branch, or you can say in my proxy machine. Then the next is create and populate configuration channel. So yes, a name of SUSE Manager. In my machine it is admin and the password is again admin. Enter. And it's looking good. So would you like to advertise proxy via SLP? I'm not using any SLP here, so yes, no. Then forward this answer file. If you want to store this answer file in text for future purpose, you can. For me, I don't need it, so yeah, next. Sorry, N for nothing. And now it is a time to check back to the same, if you click here inside this graphical box, it is hanged. Look hang. Yes. So when I am trying to drag this on my right hand side, it's not. So Control D, quit. Okay. The browser is here. Let the file saved. Let it maximize this first. What happened with this file? It is hanged or something. WQ notes. Yes. So let's open this once again. The whole thing from the top. Try to click this maximize. Click on this. This touchpad is not working. It's weird. Anyways, let's close this first, and I'm going to rerun the same smgr.SUSE Manager, SUSEMGR.com. And if you remember that the last time it's working.
think I need to wait for some second. Yes, it look good. So when I click on this getting hang. I think I need to reboot this my SUSE Manager. Even everything is done. There is nothing left. So let's power off directly. Start back. So okay, let's log in here. Root. So open the browser now. Restore. And now click on this proxy option. You can see it's right here somewhere down. Yes, and your machine, which is the branch, technically it's a proxy, must be here. Yeah, here we go. So you have successfully configured your proxy. So proxy is a caching server which is going to download the packages or update from SUSE Manager to this machine, and mostly used for remote organization, right? So that is my old signature. uh, I remember I have a file here called, let me complete this file because I remember it is not yet completed. So notes, let maximize this file. So here, yes, you have to write there are few settings here, right? So I don't remember because when the option comes, then I remember. So when you fire this script, it will ask you certain things that you have to answer, whether you want to use this existing certificate or you have your certificate. You have to write your organization name. So in my case, it was software solution. And then it asked for some
location or something. So I Delhi, and then some country code something. Then it asks for server password. So CA password, in my case it was quite simple. Then some few other things, SH kind of things. Would you like to use this existing SH or not? Using some forwarding, etc., etc. So, anyways, this is all about SUSE proxy, right? Going to save it. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this. And in my next video, I will help you to know regarding SUSE Manager for retail. Right. So, okay. Thank you. Good night.